And welcome back to the stage. I have here with me Bradford Harris, the current chairperson of TCCA. So Bradford, it's going on. We've got tons of people here today.
A lot going on.
Evolve. What are we doing with Evolve today?
What are we doing with Evolve today? We are looking at where we are currently with technology education with our students and with our teachers, and how we're using these technology tools to enhance our curriculum in the classroom.
So when we're talking about Evolve, I think about how TCCA has evolved over the years. What was the first year that you attended TCCA?
Oh my goodness. The first year that I attended, I think I actually presented. It was with my former iTech, and she pulled me in and said, hey, can you present on, I don't even know what I was presenting on. It was something on Weebly and something with iPads. And I believe it was at, Eisenhower, that was the first one. And that was my first time really presenting in front of people and collaborating with another person. Really nervous, but we pulled it together. So we had a good time.
And how do you think TCCA has evolved throughout the years since that first one that you've attended to the one today?
There's so much technology, hardware, software embedded into the curriculum. People are embracing it a lot more than, say, 5 years ago. I mean, really, if you think about it, when I got into this position, the biggest thing was getting whiteboards in the classroom. And I'm not talking about interactive whiteboards, I'm talking about expo whiteboards, and that getting the chalkboard out. And so now we're talking about putting devices in the students' hands in the classroom. We have Promethean boards in the classroom. The mounted projectors are gone. That's a thing of the past. We're now interacting with our students with these boards and with something that's on their desk. And it doesn't have to be a Chromebook. It can be a small smartphone or any device.
Those iPod Touches have become
tiny
little computers. They are more than capable of doing everything with their iPods now.
Everything that you do now is on one device, and there is no just imagine 5 years ago, we were taking our students and going somewhere to a computer lab. We took 10 minutes to line them up, get the management down, walk them into a room, get them to log into a computer. Time management was gone, whether you had good classroom management or not. Now, your computer lab, there is no computer lab. That word doesn't even exist anymore. It's more of a creation station, and that's in your classroom, happening in your classroom right now.
So what do you think on the horizon is next for technology and curriculum? Because with this conference, we have to remember that they go hand in hand.
Yes.
And good technology in a bad classroom is just going to lead to a bad lesson. So what do we need to do moving forward?
What we need to do moving forward is we need to make sure that we're adding those into our lesson plans, and we're working with our program directors and our principals and our leaders to make sure that this is embedded into the curriculum. It's as authentic as possible. If it fits into the lesson plan, if it fits into the curriculum, let's use it. If it doesn't, that's okay, but we need to start looking at it from a blended approach.
Because it's not always the best fit.
It's not always
you got to
the
know
best
your
fit.
students.
Just because, and I'll just throw a tech tool out there, just because you're using Google Drive doesn't mean that it is the best tool. You need to look at what is going to work for you and for your students in the room. Because at the end of the day, as a teacher, you know what's going to work in the classroom, and you know what's going to benefit your students.
And a little bit of evolving is going to be finding what works and finding what doesn't.
Right, exactly. So much has changed. Like I said, in 5 years, Lord knows what the next 5 years is going to look like. I mean, just a year ago, we all got the Promethean boards. We all changed like that. Literally, even our positions changed like that. So everything is constantly changing in ed tech. But it's very important that not even as a technology specialist, but as an educator, you stay on top of it. You stay on top of your curriculum. You got to stay on top of the technology as well.
And hopefully we'll have TCCA to guide us along the way for the next 5 years as we evolve through.
Only 5 years? Wait.
5 years and beyond.
It's going to be 5 years and beyond, correct? We're not going to stop. It's not going to be 5 years and that's it. We're going to continue it, right? That's the goal,
we still have a lot of evolving to do.
We still have a lot of evolving to do.
So thank you, Bradford, for being our chairperson for 2 years and for joining us on stage today. We're excited to see more today and learn today how we can evolve as educators and as the future students that are in our classrooms.
I'm excited too. Can't wait.